open up your op.gg now.
Sure. I hit gold 4 last season with a 55% win rate. And I had like 200 something games, I think.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so first things first. Let's see.
Okay, so with it being a Viego, the first thing I thought is that I need to figure out where he's starting. That way I can figure out which way he's pathing, because ideally, as Kayn with first strike, what I like to do is I like to force every single fight, because there's still that bug with first strike where you get double the orbs. And so even if I lose the fight, I consider it worth, because I get enough orbs to where if I can get to at least half form off of a losing fight, then that means that if I take just one more of a winning fight or a losing fight, then I'll get form and I'll get like a lot of stats. So I was trying to figure out where he started by kind of watching the lane states and figuring out when the laners get there. And then just doing a defensive ward to make sure I don't get invaded. I usually do this just because I like to full clear on Kayn.
Okay.
Because I can do it consistently by around the 3:15-minute mark if I get a leash.
Yeah, I pretty much always full clear on Kayn. Okay, so there's one thing here that I noticed, that you're going first strike. Are you going blue Kayn this game?
No, I go purple Kayn because you can get both types of orbs.
But so what form do you evolve here?
I usually go I go red this game, but usually I just go whatever form I get first, unless my team drastically needs the front line, then I'll go Rost and wait it out.
Okay, because this game, personally, I don't even think it's really a big argument. I think you should have gone Conqueror this game. Just four
against
melees.
their 4 melee champions. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just like first strike is nice, but the value you're going to get from it is way
from
less.
Conqueror. Yeah.
How I see it's more of like a high risk, high
Conqueror.
reward, you know?
Yeah, I used to play with Conqueror, but I just find that with First Strike, you get forms infinitely faster. And so as long as you build appropriately, in my opinion, Conqueror really doesn't give you as much healing as it used to. So you can get the healing you need off of like Gore Drinker or Eclipse if you want extra damage.
Yeah,
That's
I think Conqueror is going to give you more damage, though. It's not even about the healing.
Oh, the damage. Okay, I guess that's valid, yeah.
Because all the fights in this game are going to be, like, drawn out. Like, you're never going to really, like, one-shot anyone on the enemy team.
Yeah, because they have, like,
Kaylin.
high, like, sustained damage, but not, like, a lot of upfront burst.
Exactly.
Unless Viego builds, like, Kraken Slayer or something, but even then, that's still, like, a pretty long, drawn-out fight if I go red.
Yeah. So it's not a huge deal because of that first strike bug, because it is kind of OP.
I think if they nerf First Strike... Okay, so I did a leashless this game, and I remember why. It was because Wukong was against Yone, and I did not want him to lose, like, XP. And I didn't want my bot lane to lose XP against Blitzcrank and Caitlyn either, because I knew it was already going to be rough enough, and Ezreal has a hard time from behind. So I wanted to just go ahead and do a leashless, because I saw Charisma doing this clear the other day.
Yeah, this is a good clear. I would have done the exact same. I don't think the reason you go leashless has anything to do with Wukong, because he's not going to be leashing regardless, right? But the bot lane point you said is completely correct.
Yeah. I also wanted to make sure that I could shadow mid lane off of, like, a 3 camp to make sure that I could come in and stop it from getting, like, too difficult. Because I know that Yone's level 2 all-in is fucking ridiculous. So.
Pretty sure Wukong dookies on him early.
And see, I would hope so, but I don't trust people in my elo anymore, dude.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, though, you can't go off that, because then you're just going to be making, like, you're going to give yourself, like, a bad habit of making bad decisions, you know what I mean? Like, so,
fair enough.
So let's say you just shadow this guy, even if you're shadowing him because, like, let's say he does int, you know? In higher elos, you're going to get punished for doing those, like, slight...
You get, like, counter and jungled or whatever.
Yeah, or you're just wasting time, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I like your clear here.
Fuck the mid lane, just kind of worry about my bot lane and where I'm pathing at the moment.
Yeah, you definitely want to look mid, right? Because it's still a volatile mid lane. Like, it's a melee versus melee double ignite.
Yeah.
So the idea is good, but I don't know what you do, but definitely don't just come here for fun, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I do. I know that I kept my... Like, one thing I've been trying to work on a lot is I've been trying to actually watch my teammates, like, as I play the game. Because before, I would just kind of turn my brain off and AFK farm. And I would never really look at anything. I would just look at the minimap, which is not enough. And so I've started looking a lot at wave states. And I saw that bot lane was getting kind of dookied on bot lane. And I saw that mid lane was looking pretty even, but that he was pushing in, so I was ready to respond.
This does look good. This does look good here. You could. I don't think
I go in here. I think I just go through because I noticed that he wasn't like getting shafted, and so I was like, okay, well, as long as he's not getting shafted, I think it'll be fine because he just spiked 3 and Wukong was 2. So I just decided to continue with my full clear and try to meet up with Viego.
I think here you could have ganked this guy, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, he's definitely gankable.
Wukong, I think he's actually the first person I gank off my full clear. It was either that or Shin, because I remember that this Yo and I played super far up.
Okay, so this is fine. I'm not actually 100% sure about the new Kayn clear, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 points Q.
Double Q. Yeah, I accidentally pressed W this game. That was my bad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're doing a really good clear.
I practiced it a lot. Like, I've probably done like 30-40 games of practice tool on this damn thing.
There's a couple like small mistakes, but in general, like your clear is really good. Like, I think here you made a small mistake.
Krugs, Krugs is pretty difficult. I've been trying to get that one down.
Yeah, but in general, like, this is solid.
I had to use E here because since I did leashless, you won't have enough health.
Yeah, I think the reason you took so much damage is because you have a point in W right now. So
yeah, I would have taken less for sure if I went double Q.
Yeah.
So it looks like I ganked top. I think I waited for him to force an engage.
So the thing here is, it's a good idea, but you have to think about it, right? The enemy jungler was here, and Shen is way tankier and stronger than the Sylas right now.
That's true.
So if the enemy jungler's here, it's actually really bad if you force this. So it's just something to keep in mind.
Oh, I tried to Q over the wall. That was troll. Whoopsies. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
The thing is, you're not going to get punished in this elo. But if this is my elo, I know that Viego is 100% here, right? Because he's going to be thinking the same thing. Like, my Shen is pushed up, and Sylas is low. Kayn is probably pathing top.
Probably shadowing for a pot. Yep.
So it's just something to keep in mind. But
yeah, I think the reason I took this gank was mainly because I kind of forgot that Viego was pathing up here, because I seem to do that a lot where I'll find out where the jungler is and I'll like watch them. But then sometimes I'll get so tunneled on a gank, I'll kind of forget about the jungler until they show up, and I'm like, fuck, I forgot about him.
Okay. We'll watch this, and then I have a couple things to mention here.
Yes, please do.
Okay, you get his flash. Okay, so there's a couple small decisions that I would have done differently here in this early game. So I think your clear was very good. Starting leashless, perfect. Your clear was really good. I probably would have wrapped mid earlier, because when Yone was here, it's actually a perfect time to just walk through, burn his flash. You probably can't kill him unless he really griefs it and wastes his spells. And then you just continue your clear.
Yeah, because there's no way he'd get away without flashing because he has no mobility.
Exactly. And Wukong is actually a nice gank follow-up, since he can just dash in.
Dash, point and click. Yeah.
So maybe it wouldn't have been a kill, but I don't like... You see how the gank here is kind of like forced now because he's way further back now, right?
Yeah, well, my objective there wasn't to... I was just trying to burn a summoner spell. If he would have ignited me, I would have walked away. I was honestly just hoping to get something out of him to make it easier on Wukong, and I got his flash. So I'm happy that worked out, but I can easily see what you're saying. Or if I just pushed him whenever he was still mid, then it would have been more guaranteed. Yeah,
it would have been more guaranteed, and also the main reason I don't like it is because it's kind of forced. So here, for example... I'll go to the next point, right? So... I would have done this first, ganked here, then continue the clear. Once you see Viego's thing here, I would not gank top, even though it worked out. It's still a little bit risky. Maybe what I would do is help the Sylas push out so he can recall, and then I would just back. Because what I'm seeing you do now is, instead of backing, you walk all the way across the map. Right? You're basically walking all the way to your bot side when you can just back and spend your gold and then start another clear, right?
Okay, so I have a big question on that. When is gold more important than tempo? Because I fucking lose myself on that all the time. Okay, I'm always so concerned about tempo over gold, so I'd rather, like, keep my pressure on the map for as long as I can, and then reset. That's usually how I do it. And there's sometimes when I play Zach, I back on like 4,000 gold, and I know it's a bad habit because I can't identify whenever like tempo's less important.
Okay, so the thing with tempo is it doesn't necessarily mean. Okay, how do I explain this in an easy way? Because tempo is very complicated. I think how you're looking at tempo, just from my initial what I hear, tempo doesn't necessarily mean just being on the map. So right now, how I look at it, you're actually down on tempo because Viego did his clear. He probably recalled, and he's going to be back on the map with more items than you. So you're actually in a deficit of tempo now because you still need to recall, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it. So this opportunity here to back is the best. It's the lowest loss of tempo because either way, you're going to be either wasting time taking the 8 seconds to back and come here, or you're just going to spend, 15, 20 seconds walking across the map anyways.
Yeah.
Right? So technically, by backing, you're actually saving time and you're going to get items, which is going to save you more time.
I'm on the clear, and it's gonna set me up for dragon a bit easier because I try to at least steal first dragon. I never try to force it unless my team is like turbo, like trolling their team.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I just try to like eat through the wall and smite it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever try to like force it because I know Kayn's extremely weak pre-form.
Mm-hmm. But you see what I mean though now? How?
Yes, I do. Yes.
So what that also means is that if you see Viego like around here, it's actually bad now because you're even weaker to fight him, right? Because you're
and
not
I can't shadow it because I don't have the item advantage. I won't have the stats to fight him.
Yeah, exactly. So
makes sense.
Yeah, I don't like a bunch of these things are a bit complicated. There's a lot of factors, but it's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah,
right?
I get that, and that's why honestly I'm really glad that you're taking the time out of your day to coach me because I understand jungle is very complicated.
Yeah, of course. It's a bunch of small decisions that kind of how I look at jungle. It's a bunch of small decisions that really snowball out of control. And in the highest of elos, it's the little seconds and
that matter
that make the difference, right? Between rank 1 jungler and rank 100 jungler, right? It's only going to be a couple seconds of efficiency or maybe one small decision that's better.
Yeah. So it looks like Viego never reset. I think he honestly just sucks at clearing.
But this is why I'm saying that you're not going to get punished, right?
Yeah, he's not a very high elo jungler. I get that. In probably Platinum Plus, I would never get away with this kind of garbage.
Mm-hmm. And it's I'm not even just trying to say it in a negative way where you're not going to get punished. If you do the right decisions, you're going to be so far ahead now. Imagine if you backed here, right? And you just started full clearing. You would have items. You would be so far ahead because now Viego's he's level 4. He has 28 CS and he hasn't bought items, right? You can just take your side of the jungle. You see him mid lane. You can just go fight him now, right?
Well, I mean, I guess I could, yeah.
Especially if you had
I wouldn't because my red buff's already wore off and his just refreshed because he took so long to clear that his red buff is still up and he ended up red buff.
So let's see here. This is a little bit.
Yeah, Thresh did a pretty good roam.
It was sloppy, but
it was very sloppy, but it's better than most teammates that I have, so I'll take it.
But you see now how you basically wasted a minute and a half.
Yes, I do see that.
Literally
that makes
nothing
a lot of sense.
happened, right? Because now, regardless, you're gonna do what I said and go clear your bot side.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I'm getting from this is that as long as I full clear, if there's no immediate insta gank, should I just reset every time and not worry about the other scuttle?
Pretty much, yeah. Literally, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I'm not sure why you're going here. I would definitely be going here out of base.
The Krugs and then shout out the bot lane. Yeah, I think it's because I turned my brain off and just kind of said, ooh, camp, clear camp.
And also, it's not even just, let's say this bot lane gank was not even possible. It just makes more sense, right? To just clear
because I can respond faster.
No, just clearing wise, right? Because you would do this, you would do these, you would do these, and then do these, right?
Oh, so they all reset in the way that I cleared.
Because now,
okay. Yeah.
So this is what you call spaghetti clearing.
Yeah, because then they're gonna respawn and I'm gonna have in a weird way, and I'll have to path accordingly.
Yeah, but you see now at least you're looking at the gank here, which is good.
Yeah. I think I saw Thresh pinging a lot, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a good gank. because best case scenario, Blitzcrank pulls me and then I get on top of the Caitlyn, or Thresh pulls and then I get on top of the Caitlyn.
Oh, Ezreal eating into that Shen ult is...
Yeah, it was a bit tough. Yeah, I agree.
And then he flashed instead of grabbing the lantern. Okay. So these type of things are not a big deal to me. The main thing I'm trying to convey is just the pathing right now, because that is the most important thing. So now you're going to go clear these, right? And now look how awkward it is. Instead of now you could just go to your Raptors and then do this, you're going to be doing Krugs.
And then I'm not going to be clearing another thing for a while, and I have a higher chance of getting distracted.
Yeah. And when the camps respawn, this is going to respawn first, and then this is going to respawn, and then this is going to respawn. So if you do want to full clear again, you're going to have to do some weird pathing again. Right?
Okay. So pretty much off of reset, if I do a full clear on Kayn, would you say I should just go Krugs every time versus Raptors? Unless like mid is like super shoved in?
Yeah, so it depends. I'm not saying that to just auto like full clear on cooldown, but let's say you wanna full clear. It's an idea. First thing you do is you look at your lanes, right? You look at mid bot, because those are the two lanes you can affect if you're clearing this quadrant, right? So you go bot side. You auto default to Krugs if you're gonna be farming, but if there's a mid gank, you go mid, right?
And shadow it that way. Okay,
what I don't like is what you did is that you decided you're gonna farm, but you farmed your Raptors, so it makes no sense, right? If your decision is you're gonna farm, you farm your Krugs, right?
I didn't even think about that. That was something I've always had internalized, but I never really thought about it. So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. You see what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So you kind of make a checklist, like, am I ganking? Am I farming? Okay, I'm farming. What's the best camp to farm, like, in my sequence, right? But I like that you're doing this now, because these guys are... Oh, what the hell? These guys are very overextended.
You knocked him up right as IQ. That was rough.
There I would just flash in. Oh, you don't have flash? Never mind.
Yeah, no, I used it earlier on the top lane gank to try to force out flash from Shin.
Yeah, okay.
Usually, if I had flash there, I would have 100% flash auto queued the Caitlyn. Wouldn't have even given a crap.
Yeah. That's actually something I didn't even notice. I don't really like burning the flash to trade with Chen, but that's fine. It's not a big deal.
I do that move a lot because I find that if my enemy laner doesn't have flash, my teammates are less likely to int against something stupid.
So
I've noticed that personally. So I don't know if it's worth it.
Think about it this way, right? If you don't trust your teammates, doesn't it make sense for you to save your summoners to be able to carry as hard as possible?
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. So my thought process here was that Viego was in the blue side. I knew that because he was coming off a reset.
Yeah.
And he's actually mid. And since I saw him mid, I was like, yeah, this dragon's pretty free. But I knew that my bot lane had just crushed the Caitlyn and Blitzcrank and they reset.
Yeah.
And mid lane was shoved in, so I thought this would be pretty safe to do.
Yeah, so that's the main important part, right? You had full bot lane prio, and you also had mid prio because Wukong pushed it into tower. So that's a good dragon there. Definitely. And even bonus, you had vision of Viego, so... Okay, so here, at this point with this kind of scuffed clearing, I would probably just wait for this respawn, do my Raptors, and then reset.
I think that's what I did. I think I even remember saying something about that. I was like, ooh, my Raptors are up. I was like, that's convenient.
Yeah.
So I got lucky with the dragon in that my clear didn't get super screwed, but I can see what you mean by clear Krugs first because it's a bit easier to just straight line it than like zigzag it.
Okay, so this is fine. Like your mechanics seem pretty good from what I see. Like most coachings I do.
I missed that second Q.
I gotta say your mechanics are pretty solid so far. At least like clearing and efficiency wise is pretty good.
Yeah, it's because I actually practice. A lot of people they don't practice.
Yeah, this is a great gank as well. He has no flash. Good W. I don't know if you can kill him here. It's gonna be close.
No, I was just honestly looking for orbs. At this point in the game, I'm not looking for kills. I just want to get form. Because I know that if I get form, I'll be able to do what I need to do.
Yeah, I would do the same there. I don't know if I would ult, but besides that, I would still just fight him. See, now, this is what I call like low tempo, though. This is the only thing I don't like. Where now you're going to be on the map for a while again. You have so much money. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I would have just recalled after this, to be honest. Like, the mid gank was fine, but I would have just recalled, went topside, and then cleared downwards after.
Okay, because my thought process was, I believe it was to recall, off of this like blue side clear, so that way I couldn't get counter jungled with the bot plays because I was worried about Viego walking into my blue side.
But right, we just got full mid prio, right? And we have top prio.
Okay.
Well, now like he recalled now, but so let's go back and we'll go over here.
Awesome. Because I'm always so scared about getting counter jungled because I actually actively try to think about counter jungling, and so whenever like I see that my camps are exposed and I'm doing a lot on the bot side, I get kind of scared because I fear that Viego's just going to walk into my jungle and go haha and just take everything.
So let's just look at the map state right now, right? You just killed this. Just look at the map, right? Your Wukong has prio. He's walking around. So there's almost no chance that Viego's here, right? Like if he's here and he sneaks these somehow, like I guess good on him. But like 90% of the time he would just be straight inting being here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because he could get folded on by mid. That makes sense.
And he has no clue where you are either, right?
Yeah.
So just recalling here, like I get you want the orbs, but it just throws you. Like you could go back here. How much money do you have? I think you can. Where does it? Is this the money that's in your? Yeah, this is the money you have, right?
Yeah. So I'm building Gore Drinker on this game because I figured I was gonna have to go red, I knew that like Iron Spike would speed up the clear a little bit, so it would help.
Makes sense. Okay, it's not actually the worst. It's not the worst thing here. Like you could get a Kindle gem. You have less money than I thought, so it's not the worst. It's just sometimes these I can see a pattern where you're staying on the map for a long time, and it's going to make your efficiency like a lot less, or just going to make you less efficient. Is a better way to say it.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because like here lately, like I said, I've been concerned a lot with tempo. So I've been trying to stay on the map, but I didn't realize that there's more to tempo than just staying on the map and being active.
Yeah, I think the most important thing about tempo actually is figuring out when's the best time
to reset,
recall, right? Because that's the quicker you can reset without losing anything or losing the least amount of time, losing jungle camps, objectives, etc., or let's say giving the enemy jungler time to gank. If you can do it at a perfect time where none of those things, you're not going to lose anything. To me, that's like the best possible tempo, right?
So just be excited to reset, basically. Be excited to spend the gold. That way, I'm more likely to try to look for an opening for it.
Yeah, and it's not even necessarily being... Okay, I guess that's a fine way to say it, but how I look at it is more, when is the best time to reset? So every time, you have to be thinking about that all the time, right? And you're going to train yourself to be like, oh, this is a great time to reset right now, you know? Let's say... If
there's like nothing active happening, you should be like, okay, let's go back.
Let's go back so I can... get this over with kind of thing, right? Like it's almost like you get the reset out of the way.
It's a chore. Yeah, okay. I get you.
Like you have to do the chore, but you have to do the chore at the best time so it doesn't get in the way of the stuff you actually want to do, right? That's like, I guess that's a way to put it.
Yeah.
So here...
do the stuff that needs done. Okay, what do I do here? I think I back, but I...
See, like, since you're already here, I would probably just go for the scuttle.
Scuttle? Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do I reset here? Please reset. No, I'm looking mid apparently. Yeah. Oh, I remember what I did. I think I reset in this bush waiting for him to walk over here. No, his raptors are up. God damn, dude.
Like, this Viego is just trolling right now, right?
Yeah, and see, that's what I said too. I was like, well, if he's just going to give me the raptors, I mean, cool, I guess. Yeah. And then I think I went for his Krugs because top lane was shoved in.
Yeah, so, like, this is a good adaptation, which I really like. I don't think the play is right because this happened. It's more just because Viego is bad. But I like that you're punishing him being bad. So
I try to do this as often as I can. I recently picked up Lilia. Dude, that champion is so good for invading.
Yeah,
oh my god.
It's one of my favorite champions.
I think I was looking top for a dive because my R was almost up. Yeah. Here comes Viego.
Yeah, you see Viego here. You just bounce. This is perfect. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
This Silas is he has a death whip.
I think he gets Viego just fly. I didn't even see that. Oh, and I come back in apparently. Let's see.
This is fine for you. I would just back off, get your orbs.
Okay, so yeah, I did that because I wanted to body block for Silas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I told him just leave, and I told him that I'll watch the tower. That way he didn't have to worry about getting like two-man dove under tower.
Yeah, this is good. You just got to hit the back button. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
just press B. This
Oh
is
my
a
god, am I
perfect.
seriously?
Yeah, like see, this is I could tell already. It's just a reoccurring trend, right? Like even just this, like 10 seconds, is like a big deal, you know.
Okay.
But it's fine. Like it ends up working out. So I'm assuming you got some gore drinker, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I go
and you have form
red.
too.
Yep.
Jesus.
I really honestly like first strike because the tempo you get for form is insane. Because that's a 12-minute form. Like if I did this like without first strike on regular runes, this game would already be pretty much over because you get so many free stats from getting form.
Yeah. So
Okay,
like,
so is this the right play? I know that Dragon's up soon, and I know that there's a big fight. Is it the right play to go Krugs here?
I don't think so. I think you just run literally straight through the wall and you join. Like right now, you are omega strong, right? You are so strong. You just want to fight. And look at this Viego. He has a noon quiver and boots. I don't even think he backed. I don't know what he's been doing, but he's griefing. You just want to fight right now. Like this Caitlyn is dead on my screen. This Blitzcrank is dead on my screen, right? I like that you realized and you started like running over here. What's the dragon timer? I need to turn on the objective timer here. Okay. So we're looking here. Dragons in 15 seconds. So basically, I like that you're doing this, and then you just want to take this dragon on spawn.
Yeah, I realized that my team was at a pretty strong stance here.
Yeah.
And so I knew that with red form, there's pretty much no way Viego was gonna like kill me. If he dived me, best case scenario, he steals it if I'm not paying attention.
Your Wukong is trolling, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like here, I would just do the dragon, honestly.
Don't even bother with my team here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of zoning. That's why I like Ezreal's ADCs that actually like actively try to look for stuff because then they can just zone them off.
Nice.
I think I flashed into the bush to drop Caitlyn's autos. I don't think I live here though because I think she just chases me down. Yeah.
Okay, so there's some small mechanical things here to talk about.
Yeah, I played that fight kind of bad. I agree. I probably could have ulted somebody else. I think I just panic ulted.
Let me go speed up a little bit. So you get the dragon here. As soon as Thresh lands the hook here, you should be looking to play this very slow. So you get
Don't just
hooked.
rush into all three.
Yeah. Also, you used your Gore Drinker on the dragon, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, my Gore Drinker was on cooldown, and that's why I R'd, because I knew that I could stall out if I knocked a few of them up. And when I saw him group up, I just Q Gore Drinker, and I knew that it would be enough damage to kill at least one of them.
Okay, so it's not that bad in hindsight, because you got blitz hooked. I think you walked right in front of your Thresh, and you got blitz hooked. The only, I guess, the big mistake is that you use Gore Drinker on dragon. Like, it's just pointless for DPS, you know what I mean? And you know that
the
there's
utility
gonna be a fight.
a fight afterwards. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
But everything else was fine, honestly. Also, I really don't like that you went blue smite. It's completely
Really?
useless. Yeah. You're against four melees, a bunch of... you're just going to be in champion's face. That's a terrible way to word it. You're going to be like fighting melee battles, right? And you just want the dueling power from red smite. It's 100 times better in this game. I see blue smite as you only want it as as the blue Kayn when the enemy team is really mobile and you want to like assassinate people. In every other situation, you basically want red smite.
See, that's funny because whenever I was starting to learn how to play Kayn, I know that Charisma pretty much took blue smite every game, even on Rost, because he said that you can use the smite while you're in somebody, and you can also insta smite to get inside somebody with your R. Because I don't remember or not. Does challenging smite deal damage on impact or no?
No. So
that's why. Yeah, that's why. Because chilling smite gives you an opportunity to smite.
Yeah, because it gives damage. The only reason I really don't like it in this game is like, it's just that's the only use of the blue smite in this game. You know what I mean? Like what is it, like 100 damage or something that it does? 76 true damage is completely useless. Like,
oh yeah,
the red smite is just gonna make you so much stronger at just fighting.
Yeah, that's valid. Like I said, I usually just use it for like if I need to slow it down for my team because I know that I can go pretty fast because Kayn's E, but not everybody else can. So that's why I take Chilling Smite, or at least that's why I personally take it. Is because I feel more comfortable with the slow, and I like being able to ult out of a bad situation if I didn't hit anybody, like if I got zoned off by Blitzcrank or something.
Yeah, I just think if you're in this game with this like team comp, if you're not
Just
able
go
to
red
ult,
smite.
if you're not able to ult because you didn't hit anybody, it's probably because you misplayed really hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I give Wukong blue here because I know Wukong's pretty mana heavy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fills me out.
And he was playing pretty well. So
yeah, if he would ask, I would give it to him. But if he doesn't, I'm taking it. Okay, so let's see.
I play
here.
Wukong enough to know that he's pretty mana heavy.
I think in general you played this game pretty good. I think there's just that the recalling thing that's probably the biggest mistake I'm seeing, and a little bit of the pathing. Pushing out top. I would probably push another wave here. Reason being is you see everyone on the map, right? Your Silas is dead, and you might as well just get more farm for yourself.
I think I go Rift Herald here.
Yeah, so you see here, you could just go here, push another wave, get it into tower, and then do Herald. And it's basically the exact same play. You just get an extra wave, and if no one on the enemy team matches it, they just lose 2 waves under tower.
Yeah, they just piss 2 waves, yep.
Yeah. Because here you're going to lose the wave. Just it's going to die on its own.
Yeah. I think I actually peel off here because I saw the control ward.
I think you could do this for sure. You see everyone, right?
Oh, okay. So this was the, yeah. I believe, okay, so, yeah, actually, I remember now. Here, go back 15 seconds. I stopped the Rift Herald because I knew that Viego was going to come up here because he saw me on the ward. So I went into the Cringe Tech Fog. And I waited for him. That's what it was.
I really wish you had Conquer.
Yeah. I knew that if I dodged at least one of his abilities with my R that I could beat him in a fight. So I wasn't too concerned.
Like, you're still steamrolling him just because you're so strong, but...
Yeah.
You see how much value you would get from Conquer in that fight? Like, you could even just kill this Shen now if you had Conquer.
Yeah. I think I keep fighting him. Maybe I peel off. I don't remember.
Yeah, if you'd Conquer, you just kill him. Because the thing with Kayn is he stacks up Conquer so fast with his Q.
Fast because his Q counts as 2 hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
like, auto
just
double
in,
Q and that's like 8
in,
stacks.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. Auto double Q, a W.
And then W. And then that's like a full stacked Conquer. Yeah.
It's kind of like a no counterplay full stack Conquer with your ult, right? Because then you just go in your ult, you wait for your cooldowns, you come out, and then you just double Q again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Take the Herald.
I used to take Conquer on Rost all the time, and then whenever I found out First Strike gave double the orbs, I was like, oh, this is nuts.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think it's I'm not saying that First Strike is just wrong here because of that bug, but it's definitely going to get changed. Like, I don't see
whenever
why
it does get changed, I'll probably go back to doing the old runes that I had for Rost, which was like Conquer, Triumph, or not Presence of Mind, Tenacity. I think I did Last Stand, and then like secondary runes depending. I was doing Futures Market for a little bit secondary because I liked the gold reset being a bit better.
It's not bad.
And then I would go like Boots or something.
But it's okay. I think Inspiration is like all around pretty good. You can't really go wrong.
Yeah, I love the Inspiration Tree. Futures Market is honestly my favorite rune. It gets slept on a lot.
Okay, here.
Oh, Troll Q. There we go.
Nice dodge.
Thank you. I knew that I'd beat him here because he already used his Z. So if I just waited it out. Oh, bot lane shows. Uh-oh.
Like, I'm just having a wet dream of having Conquer in these fights.
Yeah, the stacked Conquer is just nuts to butts here. I agree.
But it's fine. Like, at this point, you're just so far ahead.
Yeah, there's basically, as long as I don't misplay, there's really no way to lose this game. And I kind of realized that at this point, so if there was ever a fight, I forced it and just kind of said, screw the farm, and then I think I just look for a lot of counter jungling at this point. Because I usually, whenever I can visually see that I'm like steamrolling, I literally just try to walk into their jungle and just say, fuck off, these are my camps. Like all the time.
Yeah, I honestly think from this point in the game, there's not really that much to even see from this. I feel like...
it's gonna be, and see, that's what I was gonna say, is that like I think you'll get the idea.
Yeah, I think the once you get to that point in the game, it's pretty much over.